Hello, everyone, and welcome in to the Retro Sentai Wrap-Up, the show here on the Illuminerdi, where we discuss some of the older seasons of Super Sentai. We started with Kyōryū Sentai Jetman, and now we're on Kyōryū Sentai Zyuranger. I am one of your hosts, Bryce West, and editor for the Illuminerdi.com, and these are our other hosts.
Hi, everybody. My name's Ian Klingler. As you can tell, this week for Zyuranger, we're talking about the Green Ranger. We're going to talk about the Green Ranger arc.
Green Ranger, who's that?
It's the DragonRanger.
DragonRanger.
Oh, the DragonRanger. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got.
And we have Corey.
Yeah, Corey's here.
Corey, also known as the Toronto Ranger, the Toronto Ranger fanboy.
Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty freaking epic. Not gonna lie. Hey, wait a minute.
Whoa, that says Power Rangers.
What's that? What does that say?
It
Does that say
says
Power
Blue
Rangers?
Ranger. It says Blue Rangers.
Welcome to the show, everybody. We've got an action-packed episode for you guys. We're covering a few episodes today. We're covering all 6 episodes of the initial Burai arc. So, Ian, would you like to start us off?
All right, episode 17 is the 6th hero. Yeah, great kind of, I don't know.
Wow,
Introduction.
good joke. That was a really good joke.
Thank you. Thank you. Synopsis is that Gnome's grandson steals a key to reawaken Burai, legendary hero of the Zyuranger's time, whom Barza and Gnome wish to not reawaken. So this takes it starts at Bandora's place, which I don't think it usually starts a whole lot there at first. And so she is praying to Satan. I believe it's Satan.
Yeah.
She's yeah. And so she was like, make my wish come true or whatever. And inside this globe is like a little kid. And then at first I was thinking, why the heck is this little kid in this globe? Where did she capture it? And how did that happen? But apparently it was just a vision or whatever. So she made a wish to stop the Zyurangers and Daizyujin. And she wished that.
Sorry. I was moving it out the way. I promise. I was just moving it because it's in the way.
It was more of Corey's face. You just go, ah! Oh, man.
Anyway, so then she'll say, will occur on this specific day. Well, then it cuts to a boy, that same boy who was in that globe, who I thought was captured but wasn't, running home, and he checks the calendar and it's June 19th, and he's like so excited, and so he scours underneath floorboards in his apartment which he lives, and in it is this key, and so he puts it around his neck and he runs off.
Which was just, it wasn't even hidden. Was it under the floorboard or?
Yeah, so it was
It was under the mat, under the floorboard, in a chest.
In a chest.
So I don't really think that qualifies as a good hiding spot.
Oh no!
For this very powerful thing. I don't know. It's pretty weird. In the chat, right now we have Marissa Walls. What's going on? And Internal Love Flow Ministries Raging Fire Youth. Hello and welcome to the show, everyone. Glad you're here.
So back into episode 17. So the boy leaves the apartment, and all of a sudden he gets stopped by basically a guy in a forklift, and is now trying to chase the kid.
He's trying to run him down.
Oh yeah,
he is
trying to run him over.
His grandfather. I mean, this whole situation was just extreme. So it's just like, how dangerous is this person, or how bad is the writing? It's like, where is it?
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Just yes.
So the Zyurangers arrive and they realize, hey, that person on the forklift looks familiar, and it's Gnome, who was what was his last episode that he was?
Oh, the Pudgy Pig episode.
Yes.
Pudgy Pig.
Pudgy Pig. Yeah.
Yeah. the Dora.
Dora.
Whatever
Pig, is it what it is?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Anyways, they realize it's him, and they're like, "Stop! What are you doing?" He's like, "I have to stop that child. He has the key." And then all of a sudden, Barza shows up, and he's telling the Zyurangers not to interfere, or he chases after the kid. Now, this is confusing to somebody. You're just like, okay, these two grown men, these two old men, are chasing after a kid for a key. And
To me,
it's
I
not
feel
just the key. It's the key to what?
it is Green Ranger. Who's moving for Green Ranger?
I mean, he did
But-
some damage. I mean, there's a reason why they was chasing him down and trying to mow him down with a machine gun and everything.
Right. Yo, yeah, did you
There's a
miss
reason.
that?
No, I remember that
Oh,
part.
yeah.
I remember that part. That was later on.
Now, my problem with this is that, first of all, it would be easy as hell for all of them to just catch this kid. I mean, I feel like it should be. I mean, maybe the older people like No and Barza would be a little difficult, but the Zyurangers should have easily been able to catch up to this kid and get the key away from him. You know, considering they're superheroes, and then also No and Barza make this vow to not tell anyone why they can't open the door or whatever. It's just like, wouldn't all of this have just not ever happened if you said, hey, like guys, like Burai is like freaking pissed. Like you should not open that door.
Yeah.
Like, or else he would like try to
we
attack him.
don't even know why he's pissed.
As of right now,
We know why
we don't
he's
know
pissed,
why.
but we don't know why he's pissed.
Right.
But I'm like, for the characters, wouldn't it make sense for Barza and Gnome to tell them why they can't open the door? Like, that doesn't make any sense why they had it a secret.
Yeah.
Like, that would have stopped all of this. None of this would have ever happened. They would have said, oh shit, like, yeah, no, we shouldn't open this door. You're right. And so
We didn't have to see that boy jump.
yeah.
So, it goes through. Oh, the sleeping force, where it's the kid, Geki, and May. They discover basically the cave where they open the key and all that to open up Burai, but you know they are suddenly attacked by Barza and Gnome, who are shooting at them with
Machine gun.
With machine guns. Yeah,
Gun him down.
yeah.
Don't open it. Don't open that door. I'm telling you.
So
Door closed.
let me see. Everybody is apparently. Oh yeah, Grifforzer and Totaback and Bookback are there. They joined in, and then they were trying to persuade the kid to finally open the door, in which the kid finally does, and so blows the kid out of the cave as the person just rises up and steps out. He's standing on rocks, and it turns out to be. He introduces himself as the Yamato Tribe Prince, Burai.
I thought that was Geki.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
But it gets even better. He grabs his own dino buckler and transforms into the DragonRanger.
What?
What?
That is insane.
He's a Zyuranger. I didn't know.
What?
There's 6 of them now.
Oh man, it's crazy.
And so everybody on the team is like, "Oh man, it's a new Zyuranger. He'll help defeat Bandora." But then Bryce sneaks in to Daizyujin and
Punch
basically, puts them all in the
He
face.
says, "Go to hell, you Rangers!" And then
Oh yeah, go to hell! And they all fall out of the mecha, and then they all start fighting, and they easily get defeated. And so I believe Burai flees. Yeah, he flees. And so that's basically the end of the episode, is just the introduction of Burai, the DragonRanger. So
that's pretty crazy. So By the way, we do have Donnie Pearson in the chat as always. What's going on, man? It's great to see you. But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on episode 17?
It was cool. It was the introduction of the DragonRanger. Back in the day when I was a young lad, all of 10 years old, back in 1993. This was the hype, on the American side.
Right.
This was the shit. It was like, who is this green mother?
Yeah.
So it just kind of takes me back to those days, and like I can remember it like it was 2 days ago. And it brings back all those feelings, even though the episode was just a little like different.
I watched this back in 2010, whenever the reversion came out, and I was 9. So that was my first experience with the completely like over the top like effects or whatever it was. But no, I mean it is cool to see where this derives from and kind of how it all got started. And so I think Zyuranger standards, considering sorry Corey, this season sucks. I think this was a really good episode. What are your thoughts on that? What I just said.
My thoughts?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they're your thoughts.
Zyuranger being a bad season.
I mean, I'm not gonna fight you on it.
You really like fighting Blackwing over Time Force.
Hey, I don't like Time Force. Period. I don't like it. He likes it, and I don't understand. Like, if you don't like Zyuranger, I get it because it's a little boring. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little boring. But I just like get once they transform, I'm good. I see Grifforzer or Lami, I'm like, that's my team. Those are my people. Even though they bad guys, I love watching them just slash through the Rangers,
Right.
So I guess I just like it for nostalgia reasons. Right. That's why I get hyped up on it.
Oh, we know.
And seeing the battle bikes that we seen for half a second in Power Rangers and
right.
All the stuff that's hidden in the background.
Yeah.
So
in that case, Corey, do you want to take us into the next episode?
Dang, what was the next one?
Episode 18. That was the hate-filled Brother Sword. So that was.
Oh, this is when we learned about Burai's history.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember too much of what happened. I was just like focused on like Burai's history because that was the main important part of the episode. Right. Because I'm still, even to this day, I'm just confused. So basically, Burai is from the
Yamato.
He's not from the Yamato tribe.
Oh.
But he's from the tribe. He's from a tribe who was ruled over by the Yamato tribe.
Yeah.
Right.
And the Yamato tribe didn't have a successor, so Burai's family gave up baby Geki to be the successor. And Geki grew up not knowing he had a brother, so Geki's adopted. And for whatever reason, Geki's blood father started a coup to take over the Yamato tribe. Why? I don't know. What the Yamato tribe? Were they bad people? We don't know. There's nothing. There's nothing. We don't know why they're fighting. They're just fighting.
Yeah.
So then we see young Burai. And young Burai is played by Hisashi Sakai. And, we're parallels. He goes on to the next season to become Kyōryū. Just kind of like JDF is the Green Ranger and the White Ranger. I'm just like, oh, look at that.
That is actually like pretty funny. Like how like the guy who played young Burai, played both, and then Tommy played both.
Yeah. So it's just meant to be. The tiger and the dragon are linked in a booty.
Okay, well,
but anyway, Bryce see his dad get murdered in the coolest way possible. That homeboy just struck him down. I was like, "Woo, he got real good." And then Bryce just mad, and he's like, "I'm gonna take out the Yamato tribe." And why does he have beef with Geki? He's the successor of the Yamato tribe. So I figure, logic dictates that he's like, hey, this is my brother. And I mean, the Yamato tribe don't even exist anymore. So why is he mad? Why is any of this happening?
Well, here's my big problem is like whenever you see him like in the flashbacks at like the Gnome Village and stuff, he seems to be like a fairly decent, good person. But then whenever he wakes up from his like and like whenever the warriors go through their slumber, he decides to join them. And then he wakes up, and then all of a sudden he wants to rule the world. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't. I don't.
I
don't. Why is he mad? Why are you mad, bro? Why are you mad? You mad because you're wearing green? You got a shield, bro. You got that armor. Nobody else got it. You the coolest one out of the five.
You should have been there to tell Burai that. That would have saved them all.
He's like, you know what? You're right. I do got this cool shield.
Yeah.
He would have just backed down.
That's basically. Honestly, in the end, that's kind of what happens. Like Geki just says like, "Hey, you should stop," and then he starts crying, and then Bro's like, "Okay," like like that's honestly kind of what
After he got that ass kicked, then he's like, "You know what? You're right."
But I mean, they were fighting before, and Geki said the same stuff. Like.
Yeah, to get his.
I don't know. Anyway.
That's the only way humans learn, didn't you know? You got to hit a human before they learn. That's how it works. Be stubborn. We're stubborn people.
This is the episode with the dino eggs, right? As well.
It's brought back up.
Because
was this the next one?
No. Because the next episode. Oh wait, no, it was. It was
the next episode.
Yeah.
This was the one where literally Bandora was singing.
And the musical number.
As soon as I saw that, I about laughed my entire butt off. And Bryce was sitting right next to me. I was laughing I was trying so hard just
my foot was tapping like Grifforzer. I was in what's happening. I was like, hey, this is I'm into it.
That still doesn't beat Grifforzer in the King Sphinx episode where he just goes like on the ground.
He's just like
hey, what's up?
Just waiting it out.
Oh man. But yeah, and then Burai also gets the dark sword or whatever it's called.
And then Hellfried
for the first time, right?
Yes, he meets Geki for the first time. And Geki just doesn't want to fight him. I mean, he's like, "You're my brother. I do not want to fight you. I do not want to fight you. I don't want to fight. Please
I don't want to fight the brother I don't know."
Yeah,
I think it would have been easy for him to fight. I'm like, I know you're my brother, but I don't know you. I'm gonna kick your ass, and you better you better cut it out.
Geki was basically crying throughout this whole 6-parter.
Hey, quit talking about Geki, all right?
But yeah, so what do we think of part 2?
Part 2?
I thought it was stupid.
It was confusing.
I like the musical number, but the backstory made no sense.
It didn't. But I like flashbacks. I like seeing the world the Zyurangers came from.
That is cool.
That's true.
Yeah, they came from this fairy tale-ass kingdom with gnomes and dinosaurs. That's why they're dinosaurs. Unlike in the American versions. Why did Zordon decide to base these superheroes from space off dinosaurs?
Well, Ninjor's the one that made the coins, and we still don't know why.
He's a ninja. So that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he made ninja coins as well, but
yeah, he made 7 sets of coins. 6. Wait, 6 and 5. I can't do that. I can't do math.
Well, here's the question: did Ninjor make the dragon Did he make the dragon coin? That would be.
I would assume so. Yeah.
I guess. Well,
guess in the
I mean,
comic,
the only coin that he didn't make would have
was
been the
White
White
Ranger.
Ranger.
Yeah, White Tiger. Yeah.
Yeah. Because even the Street Fighter Rangers, he made those coins. So, which, okay,
DragonRanger.
here you go, Ryu and Chun-Li. But yeah, so moving on now to the next episode, we have episode 19, Female Warrior Scorpion.
Lami!
Yeah.
I love Lami. I love Scorpina. I love Lami so much.
So yes, this is when we get Scorpina slash Lami, or is it Lami?
Yeah.
Yes, Lami. Yeah. So.
Lami.
Yeah. But the episode starts off with this big rock like rolling around and so that's kind of weird. I don't know why they did it like that.
She can turn into a rock at any time, apparently. That's just her thing. I just realized that.
Did they do that in Mighty Morphin?
She appears in a rock, like she's summoned and then she's in a rock and then she comes out, but then that's it. Like in this episode, she was back and forth out of that rock.
Okay.
I'm curious about like how they make it. Is somebody inside that rock rolling it? Or do they have like a little?
Yeah, it's Lami. It's she.
Like on the production side, I'm like, are they just pushing it real hard? Or, how's that?
Well, it's Lami in there and she's rolling it. Like,
she's like a hamster.
Oh man, but yeah, so and then meanwhile Genki is like crying or something near a river. Yeah, and then this
he gave
kid,
his coin to the boy because he got injured.
Yeah, that was later. That was later on in the episode.
Yeah, but so Geki's like crying because his brother's evil, and then so then he sees this boy being bullied, and then his older brother comes up and sticks up for him, and so Geki sees that, and I think the Zyurangers like kid radar went off or whatever, so then they all show up, because naturally, just some random kid, but whatever. And then they start talking about the eggs. The dino eggs have washed up at the ocean. And they're like, the Zyurangers are like, oh, can we see? And the kid's like, no, we found it. And then the older brother's like, be nice, if it's theirs, we need to return it or whatever. So they go over, they find it, and then big rock scorpion lady shows up, and Lami is like rolling. Because she attacks the Zyurangers, and this whole fight ensues or whatever. The kid gets injured. The younger brother gets injured, and the older brother gets kidnapped. So whoops. And
is this where we get the reveal?
What
is this the reveal between Lami and Grifforzer?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And Lami and Grifforzer are married. That's hilarious. I love it.
If you think about it, like I never thought about it in Power Rangers, but like they kind of have the same gold armor. So I'm just like, oh, they dressing alike, so of course they're married, you know?
Right. Yeah, but so basically the Zyurangers kind of have this like paradox or whatever. Eventually they save the older brother. Like, how do they save the older brother? I don't remember.
It was the trade because they acquired the eggs.
Yeah.
And they switched them off for the kid. But once they got the kid, they were like, all right, now just fire everything at
and then that's when Bandora says that Daizyujin has like 3 days left or whatever. Yeah. So and then they have to kind of make this choice or whatever. They can either save Oh wait, no, I'm thinking the next episode.
That's next episode.
Never mind. So
Go ahead.
Daizyujin
Told you they blend in. It's like, where does this one end?
Oh, yeah.
And the other begins.
What? What was it?
They all just blend in.
Yeah. So, I mean, which one is the one where Burai just grows like super?
That's the next one.
Oh, that's the next one.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
like the
pretty
coolest
sure.
shit ever.
Yeah.
It's still
Okay, so like, why does he need the Dragon Zord?
He didn't have it.
He didn't have it yet.
Yeah, but why does he ever need it if he can just grow to monster size?
Because
I think Bandora did that.
Bandora.
Oh, right.
Grew it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the end of the episode. The kid is fine because Geki gave him his coin, which heals him,
I
apparently,
guess.
as of now. So yeah, that's the end of the episode. So what do we think?
Uh,
I dig it.
It's okay.
Like I said, Lami Scorpion.
Yeah, I do like Lami. She's pretty cool.
what?
I love how they're married.
So the funny thing is that the reason why Lami came and was to grab the eggs was so that Bandora can grant Grifforzer the ability to speak.
Yeah.
Which I think is really funny. And I don't know if it's in this episode or the next episode. She comes in and she's like, Bandora, you won't believe the first words that Grifforzer said. I'm like, oh gosh, what? I don't know.
Yeah, that was the next episode.
Yeah, that was. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Which, well, I mean, do you want to cover the next episode?
I guess I can.
Grifforzer is just disrespectful, but I still love it.
Well, Bandora came back at him too.
Oh yeah. But episode 20, Daizyujin's last day. So we got the whole spiel from Bandora, like she's gonna destroy Daizyujin. And Genki's like, I don't understand. And I like how in the introduction it goes through like the schematics of Daizyujin. It's like, just so you know, Daizyujin is 41.7 meters tall, 570 tons heavy, and is able to destroy a mountain with one punch.
It was oddly specific. Yeah.
I know. It's like the introduction for Superman or something like.
Yeah.
It's just to let you know that he's not to be effed with if you F
right. Yeah.
And so they were. I'm trying to.
Well, Geki was crying at the base.
Well, yeah.
Still crying.
Oh yeah.
Because Daizyujin's gonna
die, of course. And so I think everybody was trying to figure out, including Barza, like, where did Daizyujin come from? Because nobody knew. They just knew it was a god, and they didn't know how it was.
Yeah, where do our gods come from?
Yeah.
Gods are us.
And so they're like, and they decided, like, no matter what, we cannot like call our guardian beasts. We can't call Daizyujin because it will be destroyed. So Bandora's like, okay, so you won't call your beasts? Well, let's just send Grifforzer out and just start rampaging the city. And they were like, okay, well, what the heck what are we gonna do now? And it even gets to the point where Grifforzer steals a bus full of kindergartners.
Full of children.
Yeah, full of children, and sets them on a cliff.
Yeah, this is our kids of the week right here.
Oh yeah, and then I think it was Lami. I think Lami grabbed the eggs and set them like at the bottom of the cliff. So it was like, well, who would you? And they were like, go ahead, summon your guardian beast. I'll give you the count of 10. Either the bus drops and you save them, or and they both the children and the eggs go up in smoke, or you call your guardian beast. And so they tried to run after it. Of course, Grifforzer was there. It was like, no, you can't do that. You have to shoot. You have to summon them, or else they'll all die. So of course, the Rangers have no choice but summon their guardian beasts. And so I think they did figured out that it was a total eclipse. It was solar powered, apparently. Who knew?
You would think that they would do some sort of research into this very powerful god robot before it came to, hey, maybe this thing will get destroyed if we don't know what the hell we're doing with it.
We just block the sun, you know.
Yeah.
And she does that all the time.
Yeah.
But at least the Power Ranger she did. Them skies stay black in Angel Grove.
So they were like, how much time do we have left with the eclipse? They're like 8 minutes. They're like, okay, so we're gonna have to hold on for 8 minutes. So they called Daizyujin, they saved the bus. I believe they saved the eggs. No, Barza saves the eggs.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think Topat and Bookback were going after them too.
Right. No, it fell in the water.
Oh,
and so they couldn't get it.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Barza couldn't get it.
Yeah.
Well, in the eclipse, don't have a lot of power for Daizyujin, so in comes Grifforzer, in comes Lami Scorpion, who is just
a weird monster version of Lami.
Full on Scorpion.
That's what that's how he made up his mind. He's like, dang, she ugly. Look at her. Look at that Scorpion. He's like, I want it.
He's like, I forgot after like 160 million years how freaking hideous. Like,
and look at the beak on that one. She got a beak.
So Zyurangers are like, okay, we have to knock him down and then run. So they do that. They knock down Grifforzer and Lami, and they run out. But in steps Burai.
Right.
What?
The DragonRanger.
Big Dragon Boy?
Big DragonRanger. And the three of them three of them go to town on Daizyujin and destroys them. And all of a sudden, all the Zyurangers fall out, and in steps in just a massive chasm where just Daizyujin just falls in, and all the Zords just.
And then they have to say each of their names super dramatically.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Oh man, half of the episode was them just going like, "Shoot,
I actually skipped that because I knew it was gonna happen. I was like, okay, skip. Okay, I'm like, oh, okay, we're at the end of the episode. Cool. So that's the end of the episode with all the Guardian Beasts and Daizyujin inside that chasm. So
they fell in the chasm.
They fell.
I mean, this episode was like okay, but like I think this episode gets worse as the other parts come in, because then it just makes this episode make like 10 times less sense. So
yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of weird. Corey, Zyuranger / MMPR expert. What'd you think?
Again, Lami Scorpion, and this was one of the better ones. Again, like I said, Giant Green Ranger is just the coolest thing. I don't know why it is. It's just
Green Ranger.
Oh, I mean, what? Giant Dragon Ranger.
There you
go. But like I said, it's just 50-50 with Zyuranger, and it was cool. But there are still those elements of just like,
right? Yeah.
Let's see, the last 2 minutes of it where they all just screaming out.
Yeah. But Corey, you want to take on the next episode?
What is this one with the Dragon Caesar, right?
Yeah.
The Guardian Beast Great Plot. That was with the introduction of the big boy.
Hold on a sec.
With Dragon Caesar salad. That's literally the first thing that I saw was Dragon Caesar. I was like, oh man, Dragon Caesar salad. I was like, oh my gosh. Why was that the first thing that came into my mind?
Sorry.
Yeah, no, but this is when Burai betrays Bandora.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, they're having a party, right? They're having a party, and then Burai is just like trying to sneak up on Bandora.
And he's doing like
he's doing, and then he falls from the moon to Earth.
Yeah,
that's like a magic fall. That's not an actual fall, because he would have died.
Yeah,
right.
I'm trying to dig up some notes here.
Well, Bandora's gotta mess with him first. because in the green candle thing, he gets transported.
Yeah, he finds the little ghost boy.
Yeah.
Cloth, his name, and then that's when he learns of his mortality. His life force is attached to a green candle.
Oh.
Yeah. Sounds like from Mighty Morphin. Whoa.
Wow, I can't believe Super Sentai copy Power Rangers like that.
I know.
That's unbelievable.
The Super Sentai can't come up with nothing original. Just taking all of our stuff all the time. And so he finds out his life force is attached to the green candle, and then every time he transforms,
every time he leaves the place that he was in.
Oh yeah, his little sleeper box.
Yeah.
His life force depletes when he leaves. So that's why, in Mighty Morphin, Tommy was always getting beaten up by putties and trapped in nets because he wasn't.
Well, and you had the cloth shield.
Oh yeah, that also helps with whenever you have a shield that's absolutely worthless.
Yeah. Well, it's because that's the American shield, and they had to shoot like way more American footage.
Yeah, his little flimsy. Some people like that. I mean, on the board, some people like his floppy ass shield. I mean, I get it because, like, again, nostalgia. I get it, but it's just I didn't like it growing up. I'm like, why is his shield so floppy and knees, and then other times looks solid, like hard like a rock, Anyway, that's when Cloth gives him. He's like, "Hey, guess what, buddy? Here's this.
Yep.
Jusoken. If you play it, it does certain things." And that's when I'm not gonna go reach for my Dragon Caesar over there, but yeah, he plays the flute, and he calls for Dragon Caesar, and he munches on his favorite snack, the little smokestack. And he terrorizes the pier, and Zyurangers come through. This is a terrible summary. Don't ever ask me to do summaries. And that's basically it. Nothing really happens. Dragon Caesar shows up, and Burai betrays Bandora.
But
is this the one where they revived Daizyujin?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
It's in the next one. Yeah.
It would be in the next one.
And then they do a special combined thing.
Right.
Yeah, after this one.
Yeah, because I was thinking about it too. I was like, I'm not sure if that one is if that was in the ending of this episode or if it was in the beginning of next episode. I believe it's in the beginning of next episode.
Yeah. And it's then
it's 6 episodes.
Geki, this is when Geki decides, I don't care if this dude is my brother, I'm gonna kick his ass. I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of making me cry.
Yeah, but I think he's still got a little more crying to do here in the future. But so yeah, now in the next episode, the final episode in this 6-part DragonRanger arc. Basically, this is when they revive Daizyujin. Dragon Caesar's kind of wreaking havoc on the city, and so Barza is like praying like super hard, I guess, for Daizyujin to be revived. But then it's so weird. Like were they revived or were they never killed at all? Because Barza said like the magma actually healed them or whatever.
I think they were.
Yeah, if they're from the earth, then I guess you can say the earth will heal them.
So then he wasn't revived.
They were not killed. They were healed. So they were very badly damaged.
But then they were healed.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
Hey, it happened to Superman.
But it kind of the Daizyujin dies episode makes no sense. Then
I mean,
like,
so does Guy dies in Jetman.
Well, which one? The first time or the second time?
Or the third time.
Well, yeah, he died three times, didn't he?
He died 3 times.
he died with the crystal. He died whenever they all got sent to hell or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he died. That stupid ending. I hate. Oh my gosh, you're the one that brought it up.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
we're gonna be here for the next 5 minutes, me ranting about Guy's death in the finale. Anyway.
Back to Zyuranger. Let's go.
Yeah, so Daizyujin that didn't die, I guess. He was healed. Again, wouldn't that be something that would be in the books? Like, hey, like Magma heals Daizyujin, so
Oh yeah.
like
Well,
shouldn't that
he
have
had
been
a
something
whole,
that
he had a whole encyclopedia.
like shouldn't have been something Barza would already know?
Yeah.
Then
Like
that only depends on if he read the book ever or not. I mean, if the book is there as a
they
resource.
should have read the book from the first place. Like,
Oh,
like, why
this
didn't
lady
they
back.
read
Let
the
me
book
read
after
this
they
book
got
real
the
quick.
robot. It's stupid.
I don't know. Don't.
But then, I guess the robots come back, and then the Tyranno one wants to take on Caesar himself, and meanwhile the Zyurangers are fighting Burai. Where mostly just Geki is fighting.
That's like Geki is just fighting Burai.
Burai. And eventually, the Guardian Beasts fully form Daizyujin at some point. So okay, and then they're like absolutely kicking Dragon Caesar's ass.
They're giving him a punishment. I was like, hey, you're part of me, and how dare you betray me?
Yeah.
And so at some point, Daizyujin tells Geki like, hey, you gotta kill him.
Do it.
So
he pointed at him with his fist. You gotta do it.
Yeah.
You have to do it.
Do it.
And so they fight, and Geki's like, no, I can't kill my brother. and then he actually starts crying this time. Like for real, like this is not a joke anymore. He starts crying. Burai goes to slash him, and then he goes, I can't do it either.
Do it. I dare you do it.
And it's just like, what changed here? Like what changed for Burai to go, I can't kill my brother either? Like, it makes no sense. Like I mean, nothing changed.
Do you have siblings?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Have you ever got like in a physical fight with your siblings?
I mean, I have 2 sisters. So,
yes.
Well.
Yes. I'll continue this question.
Where I'm like so mad at my brother, and we're like fighting, but then I'm like, this is my brother. I shouldn't like beat his ass.
But they
intently.
They basically aren't though. They were separated at birth. They don't know each other.
I mean,
that's different. He went from wanting to conquer the world to I can't kill my brother.
Hey, but maybe the Super Sentai spirit got him. They both wearing that helmet, so he got respect.
Why did he make this realization before the first time they fought?
Because there wouldn't be a story to sell toys.
Anyway. Burai makes up with Geki. They transform, and they make what's it called? Kyōryū
Kyōryū.
And then they kind of fight off Grifforzer and Lami. They
they do that, and then
Lami.
they form Kyōryū just to stare at it.
What was her name? Lami.
Lami.
Yeah. Are you saying Lami?
Lami. Lami.
Rami, right?
Lami.
No.
It's Lami. Lami.
Okay, listen.
I mean, in Japanese, it's spelled with an R because there's no L in Japanese.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So it's pronounced Rami?
Yeah. The R is weird in Japanese because
I thought
it's a R, but it's pronounced with the L.
And
then there's also no L in Japanese either.
Okay, so they then Burai kind of disappears. He goes into his undying chamber, and he's like, "I can't die. I just made up with my brother Geki." And then the Zyurangers are going, Burai, Burai.
Where'd you go, buddy? We just did cool poses, and then you disappeared.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So thoughts?
Kyōryū.
That's the only good part. Yeah.
And
This is-
of course,
Is it weird?
the fight
Okay.
between Dragon and DragonRanger. That's
I mean-
like a historic fight.
Yeah. I mean, but is it weird though? Like, I went into this arc going like, okay, so like MMPR is a thing and all, but I mean, Super Sentai usually takes things more seriously, so I'm naturally going to like this better. Is it weird that after all of this is said and done, I still like Green with Evil more?
Yeah,
But-
great. That was better. That was
Like-
better.
It made more sense. Like, this just made no sense at all.
Yeah, when I found out Burai was just doing this because he was butthurt, I was like, that's it.
Yeah, it just
But
doesn't
I
make
thought
any
he was
sense.
under a spell. That's where they got it from.
There's
But no, we did
so
the better,
many plot
Burai
holes.
did a better job.
Like, and just plot convenience, and it's just like, what the hell? So yeah, I oddly like Green with Evil more.
Did
what do
we
you
didn't
think?
see the inside of the Dragon Caesar in this one, right?
No,
No.
not.
Yeah, when pay attention because DragonRanger has a crystal and they just never show it. Like you see it in the console, but they never do the close up or anything like that.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, he has there's not even merchandise of it, and it's just there in the console. It's like, wait, you could have sold that. What are you doing? I want one.
You got any opinions, Ian?
Looking over here like me. I know we're in the same room, but like you gotta look over.
I moved it to where I can look at you.
You did?
Look at it.
Oh yeah, it is.
Look at it.
I did. So now we actually match up. So
Yeah.
Whenever you look at me, I was wondering why you kept looking. I was like, I can't look over because it would just look awkward. But we fixed it now. But I mean, I felt like it was a weird introduction to
Yeah.
Burai. I felt like the battle, like the final battle between Burai and Geki was all right. I thought it was a good fight. I felt like it was also cool that, the Dragon Caesar and Tyrannosaurus or whatever, I don't know what the heck it's called.
Shigoju Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that. And so they, had that battle as well. I really like that. I understand what you're talking about with, forgiveness and all of that, but like how it was like really dumb. And I understand that, but I feel like it wouldn't be a Sentai if it was just like, okay, well, if you're going to destroy me, or if you really want to destroy me, then go ahead and do it. It's kind of like a stand-up.
They should have done it like a sort of Guy thing or an Eric thing, where he was a part of the team, but also not.
Yeah.
Like sort of like an anti-hero.
I mean, he kind of is.
Yeah, but
when you go through and watch
they made it to where like he was like all is forgiven, like this never happened, and it's just like, what was the point of all this?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like that all the time with Super Sentai. Like I said, I've been watching this a long time.
Jetman
These
did it
evil
way better with
motherfuckers
Green
join the
Guy.
team after trying to kill him, and then they go get
I'm
vomit
just saying,
later, and they
Jetman
just
did it way better. Jetman had the same thing with Ryu and Guy, and it took them half the season
Oh yeah.
for them to develop their characters and have them become friends. So there was development there. There was a character arc. And with this, it's just like, oh, we're out of time, guys. You gotta forgive each other. Like,
Yeah. We only have this amount of time left for Burai, and then
but I don't know. What did you think compared to MMPR?
I don't know. And my thing is because I felt like the story was a lot better in MMPR.
Yeah.
Absolutely. However, like you could see like the fight scenes were basically the same from Sentai. So I think really
there was a little more in the Sentai, obviously.
Right.
Because with the civilian stuff and stuff like that, but yeah.
But I felt like I think you have to base MMPR and Zyuranger based off of the story, and I think MMPR did a lot better than that.
Yeah, I think my whole thing, like some of my favorite stuff from Green with Evil was the Jason versus Goldar stuff, and obviously that is completely missing here, as well as the Jason versus Tommy in the same. I don't remember what it was called. It was like a different dimension.
The Dark Dimension.
Yeah, the Dark Dimension. And so that was some of my favorite stuff from Green with Evil. That's what I remember the most from whenever I was a kid. Back in 2010.
You watching the reruns version, I was like, oh man, this kid.
Yeah, I grew up on the 2010 version. Yeah. But
kind of me with Transformers, because I was born like when Transformers came out, and I didn't watch Transformers until like in the 90s when they were doing Generation 2. So I was watching the reruns. It was still the same show, but it was still the reruns version. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it is. I did not expect myself to like Green with Evil more. Like, I don't mind Green with Evil. I like Green with Evil. It's fun. I love it. But I just figured that this was going to take it more seriously, and it would have been a cooler story with more of the mythology and stuff like that. But this just made absolutely no sense at all. Like, even the mythology stuff didn't make any sense, because Burai, like, is growing up in the fairy village or whatever, and then he goes to sleep with the other Zyurangers, not with them, but at the same time. and in those flashbacks, it seemed like he was somewhat of a good dude, but then he turned out to just be straight up evil.
It's like, what was his relationship to the Zyurangers before they went to sleep? Because it seemed like he was just watching them from afar, because they didn't even know about him.
So, but I mean, I just don't get it. Like, did he go to sleep just so he could destroy them? But then that's not what it seemed like in the flashbacks. So, did they just make it up as they went along? It was like, I don't know. This just
that's what people do today. I mean,
yeah.
Look at Star Wars, the trilogy, the second one, the second trilogy.
Going down that rabbit hole. We will be here for the next hour and a half if we start talking about Star Wars sequels.
Ray, who's your daddy, Ray?
No one. Then Palpatine. Then Frick. Sorry, we can't go down that rabbit hole. We're gonna be here forever. But yeah, so this was okay.
It was all right.
It was all right.
I was expecting it to be a lot better though, because some of the best parts whenever people talk about Zyuranger is the Burai arc, and so I was like, oh, okay, so this will be a step up from the crap that we've had so far, and nope, it's just kind of still the same, except there's an evil Green Ranger, and it makes no sense, and so I don't know, but yeah, I think that's gonna kind of wrap up our breakdown of the evil DragonRanger arc. So yeah, do you guys have any parting words before we log off?
I love Lami.
All right, so Corey's done. Ian?
Going into this, you said that we had 6 episodes. I was like, oh man, 6 episodes? This is going to be very, very, intense. It was going to, I had really high expectations, and I was just let down, to be honest. Yeah. I guess I shouldn't have high expectations whenever it comes to Zyuranger, but like, it's the Green Ranger arc, or it's the DragonRanger arc. Like, come on.
Yeah. I'm pretty disappointed too. But we've been spoiled with Jetman though.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it. Like we're trying to compare it to Jetman, which is just impossible. So, but apparently Dairanger's better. So,
Dairanger's fine. I'm watching it right now.
Blackwing really likes it.
So. Blackwing likes Time Force.
Most people like Time Force. You do know you're in the minority, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
I think you are. I think the general consensus is that throughout the fandom that Time Force is one of the best seasons.
I don't trust anything a Ranger fan says.
Well,
they all just got bad taste. I can tell you that. Especially when they don't criticize the show. Power Rangers is the best.
Well, I do say there are. I will agree with you. There are some fans who just won't criticize anything, and everything is perfect. So yeah,
I'm just like, But like I've been trying to say for the past 2-3 minutes, anything with Great Satan in it is a pretty decent episode.
Yeah, but he never showed up though, right?
Yeah, no, not like
she just prayed to
decades from now. And what crossover is that? It's a recent crossover. It had the Zyuranger, and they were like in a battle royale.
Oh, the great Super Sentai Greatest Battle or whatever.
Yeah, something. That's when he showed up physically. I'm like, oh, there he is after all this time.
Alrighty,
like Super Great Satan or something.
He's something, I don't know.
Oh yeah, but yeah, he's a cool guy.
I think that's gonna wrap up today's episode of the Retro Sentai Wrap Up. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Illuminerdi to be notified of all the new shows coming here in the future. We've got something for almost everybody, so be sure to subscribe with those post notifications on to be notified of everything coming to the channel. Also, follow our Power Rangers page, Power Rangers Cosmic Protectors on Facebook. We're going to be making a lot of new content for that page here soon, including shows just like this. So be sure to follow Power Rangers Cosmic Protectors on Facebook. To be up to date with all that stuff as well. Once again, thank you all so much for watching today's episode of Retro Sentai Wrap Up. And remember, here at the Illuminerdi, we're always watching. Take care.